Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to online English classes. Today I am going to explain the story Should Wizard Hit Mummy from the book Vistas. So, the suggestion is given by the narrator, that is John Updike, one of the notable fiction writer, a storyteller, novel writer of American origin. He has been awarded 2 times in a Booker Prize, and this is his achievement. So, the notice he has given here is a story about the world view of a little child and the difficult moral questions she raises during the story session with her father. This is the suggestion by the narrator. So, it is the story within a story. We are reading a story, and in the story, there is one more story. And here, one father is there and he is going to narrate a story to his daughter in order to develop the intellect level of the daughter. So the daughter name is Joe and the father is Jack. So Jack and Joe are father and daughter, and how Jack is going to give the actual picture of the society and of the world and the hardship that the human being faces with the different fictional character of a skunk, a kind of animal that generally live in woods and water. So I am reading this story. You please see how a father is just telling a story to his daughter. At the same time, the story is giving a complete picture of or clear picture of fiction world and the real world. How fiction world is giving happiness, contentment, joy, but at the same time, the real world is giving very hardship, okay, very painful realization, very hardship of our life. So it is fantasy versus fantasy of the teenagers. The age below 19 and above 12 is known as teenage age, and in this teenage age the children generally think about their life, about their uh, aim of life, and the way they wanted to live without realizing, without thinking the labor, the pain the man undergoes in order to achieve the aim. So the father wanted to teach the hardship of life, but the daughter wanted to live in the fantasy world because it was giving her a sense of pleasure, a sense of peace, a sense of comfort. So I am reading the paragraphs, and according to need of the paragraphs I will give you explanation and references in order to make the story quite clear. In the evening and for Saturday naps like today's, Jack told his daughter Joe a story out of his head. Now see, the story begins with the hardship of life. The narrator is not telling a story on Monday or any working day. He is telling a story on Saturday. This shows that he was busy or he is busy all 5 working days. He knew that Sunday is off, so he was able to find time on Saturday evening in order to tell or narrate one story to his daughter. So the hardship begins with here, okay. The name of the daughter is Joe. A story out of his head. Out of his head refers to he just narrate a story, a kind of a story that is fictional story, that is false story, based on his imagination. This custom began when she was 2, was itself now nearly 2 years old, and his head felt empty. Means this custom, means this practice, the narrator started when his daughter was at the age of 2 or 3, and now she is 11 or 12 years of age, and his head felt empty. Each new story was a slight variation of a basic tale. Means all the story the narrator narrates, explains to his daughter. All the story have similar tales, but little bit, different from the original one. Means he just remove some characters, some theme and moral, and introduce the same character with different names. A small creature usually named Roger, Roger Fish, Roger Squirrel, Roger's Chipmunk. These are the characters. These are the characters of the story generally he used to narrate. Now, Roger Skunk, why he's telling Roger Skunk? Because that was a very a kind of fiction world the children usually likes. In our times also we have a story and jokes based on Akbar and Birbal. We have a story in moral story like the lion, based on the animal kingdom. So Roger Skunk was a kind of creature, okay, and the narrator loved, or the small kid loved, and that's why he was telling a story based on this name, okay, and based on the theme of this creature. So she had some problems and went with it to the wise old owl. The old the the owl told him to go to the wizard. This is the story, okay. He is telling that in all the story there was a squirrel, okay, a kind of Roger, a squirrel. Roger was the common name, and all the Rogers of the story had some problem, and that problem was sorted out by the owl. The owl just suggested and advised them to just move to someone, and finally the Roger carrying their problem moved to one wizard, and wizard just give them, with a spell of magic wand, he just sorted out everything. Wizard performed a magic spell that solved the problem, demanding in payment a number of pennies greater than the number of that Roger creatures had. This was the story, okay, theme of the story. But in the same breath, directing the animal to a place where the extra pennies could be found. Then Roger was so happy he played games with other creatures and went home to his mother just in time to hear the train whistle. Means this is all a story, and what happens actually in this story, that the animals he named Roger or skunk or chipmunk, whatever is there, that he is having a sort of problem, okay, very severe problem, and that problem was sorted out in this story. And when it was sorted out, the child becomes very happy. Who? Joe, whom the father is telling a story. So because of the likeness, because of the theme of the story, the daughter always waited for the train. Here train refers to the train of his daddy, okay, by which he used to come, through which he used to come. Here the train vessel that brought his daddy home from Boston. This is the name of the place. Jack. Who is Joe? How does she respond to her father's storytelling? This is the question. And who is Joe? Joe is the daughter of Jack. She is 11 or 12 years of age. We will come to know about her, okay, later. How does she reshape to her father's storytelling? This will have to find out, okay, from the coming paragraphs. Describe their supper and the story was over. Working his way through his scheme was especially featuring on Saturday because Joe never fell asleep in naps anymore, and knowing this made this sight seem futile. The little girl, not so little anymore, the bumps her feet made under the covers were halfway down the bed, their big double bed that they let her be in for naps and when she was sick. Means she was sleeping, okay, and this is the bed size and quilt she was covering herself, and under she was, and she never slept on that Saturday evening or night until her father completed the story. Had at last arranged herself, and from the way her fat face deep in the fat face was very upset in the pillow shone in the sunlight, sifting through the dawn shades, it did not seem fantastic that some magic would occur and she would take her nap like an infant of two. This was her imagination, okay, this was her thinking. Her brother Bobby was too and already asleep with his bottle. Jack asked, who shall the story be about today? This was the little background, okay, about the story and about the family related to Joe. We will come to know more family members, okay, in this story about the mother of Joe and wife of Jack. So now the father has arrived and the daughter will demand to just narrate the story. Who shall the story be about today? This was the question from the Roger to the daughter Joe. Joe squeezed her eyes shut and smiled to be thinking she was thinking. Okay, means this was her natural way of just thinking and uh, keeping her eyes shut, close her eyes, and then she thinks that what should I say now? A new animal. They must talk about skunks at nursery school. As I told in the beginning, that why the daughter always asks her father to narrate the story about skunks because she has heard, okay, skunks in her primary school, okay, in a nursery school from her madam or sirs. Having a fresh hero momentarily stirred Jack to creative enthusiasm. Whenever Jack was, means the father was asked to just narrate a story like that, he felt very happy. Even that, all right, he said. Once upon a time, now the story it starts here. Okay, now the story begins from here. In the deep dark woods, there was a tiny little creature by the name of Roger Skunk, and from here the story is here. Initially, it was only background, and this is the story within the story. We are reading the story of Jack and Joe and the problem of the world, and how the father is telling in this story a story to his daughter in order to boost the morale of the daughter. And he smelled very bad. And what was the problem of the Roger skunk? His smell was very bad. Yes, Joe said. And this was the response of Joe. He smelled so bad that none of the other little woodland creatures would play with him. What was the problem of Roger skunk? Means nobody wanted to play with him because of his foul smell. Joe looked at him solemnly. She had not foreseen this. Whenever this shows that Joe now emotionally attached herself with the main character, okay, the hero of the story. Whenever he would go out to play, Jack continued with jest, means with happiness, okay, and with enthusiasm. Whenever he refers to Roger Skunk, remembering certain humiliations of his own childhood, and in this story, the narrator is also infusing, adding his personal humiliation, okay, and toughness of his childhood life. All of the other tiny animals would cry, oh, oh, here comes Roger, stinky skunk. And they would run away and would stand there all alone. And two little round tears would fall from his eyes. And in this way, the characters, okay, start feeling guilty, start feeling embarrassed, start feeling unhappy, and start crying, feel lonely, and tears starts dropping from his eyes. The corners of Joe's mouth drooped down and her lower lip bent forward as he traced with a forefingers along the side of her nose the course of one of Roger Skunk's tears. Means She was also having the same feelings. Okay, she was also crying. What happens in movie, in a story, the characters whom we love, the characters whom we like, if they are in problem and if they cry, we also cry. Just like some emotional scenes in movie, some sad scene in movie. Okay, same case is here. Won't he see the owl? This is the interruption. This is the interruption of Joe. She asked in a high and friendly, roughened voice. Sitting on the bed beside her, Jack felt the covers tug as her legs switched tensely. This is their feelings. Okay, they had covered their body with the quilts. He was pleased with this moment. He was telling her something true, something she must know, and had no wish to hurry on. Means he wanted to just give her or the hardship of human's life or childhood problem. But downstairs, a chair scrapped. Now downstairs, here there is a two world here: the world of Joe and the world of fantasy and the world of reality. The storytelling, okay, the narrator where he was telling a story is the world of fantasy, and down here refers to the wife. Means Jack wife is working. So a chair escaped. This shows that she was doing some work downstairs. And he realized he must get down to help Claire. Claire is the wife of the narrator. Paint the living room woodwork. Well, he walked along very sadly and came to a very big tree. Means he wanted to move down and wanted to help his wife, but he had to narrate a story to his daughter. So he was just telling the story. Well, he walked along. Once again, the story continued. Well, he walked along very sadly and came to a very big tree. Now, Roger Skunk, okay, went in the woods, and in the tip top of the tree was an enormous, wise old owl. And now the same story is here. He reached at a very big tree, and on that big tree there was a old owl lives there. Good, Mr. Owl, Roger Skunk said. So this was the interruption from Joe, that she is telling that he is doing very good. Means he is doing the same thing Joe liked, Joe wished, Joe wanted him to do. So a good is the feedback from Joe. To whom? To Roger Skunk. Mr. Owl, Roger Skunk said, all the other little animals run away from me because I smell so bad. So you do. This was the reply of the old owl. The old owl said, very, very bad. What can I do? Roger Skunk said, and he cried very hard. He started shedding his tears, okay, started crying just like a child, that I am very unhappy, I am very lonely, I don't have any friends, I don't have schoolmates, I don't have playmates, so I am unable to enjoy my life. After that I will continue the story. You first read this, okay, and then in next class I will tell you the brief story, its moral, its value, its theme, and many more things related to this story. First you read this, okay, so you will understand something, and then I will just tell you some more things, then the story will be clear. Thank you very much. All the best. God bless you all.